I have been natural since August 2010. It's crazy.
Lift up your vibration.
What's up, y'all? My name's Taylor King, and welcome to my channel where we focus on self-care from the inside out. So today we're going to talk about my 10-year journey being natural, what it's been like, and really mostly the things that I've learned. But before we get into this, I just want to be really frank that my heart and my soul are in a really different place. I have been struggling with the situation that has happened with Jacob Blake. If you're not familiar, he's a black man who lives here in the United States. He was shot 7 times in the back by a police officer. And not only was he shot 7 times, but his children were right there. I can't imagine what that family's going through. As a black woman in America, I know how it's affecting the community. As even larger than that, as an American, I know that people are slowly starting to understand how serious these issues of inequity are. And I really hope that this makes a change. If you all have peeped in and heard about the NBA, I'm so proud of these NBA players who have taken a stance that this is not okay and that they are not okay, and that the mental health of black people in the United States is not at a strong place. I want to tell every single black person in this country that you are valued, you are valuable, and that I have love for you. I don't know if my love means much to people, but I'm sending love to you. I'm sending prayers out into the world that for change and for us to be seen as people, because Black lives matter. So I just wanted to make that statement because I can't. It's just on my heart, and I have to live my life. We as Americans have to continue day by day because life moves on. And how do we move on and progress? Not how do we move on, how do we move forward and progress? And this year 2020 has been something else. Today's my father's birthday. Shout out to you. Shout out to my dad. He's 69 years old and he's seen a lot. He's gone through a lot. And so I've learned a lot through him. He always says, thank goodness for cameras. Thank God for these phones, because this is nothing new. This has been going on, but now people can see. And I hope that people being able to see can make changes. So I wanted to start with that. And it feels kind of weird going into my video talking about my journey. But this is also a space for me that has been really positive, and I've been really happy to connect with people. And I hope that I'm able to share something that helps somebody else. So I have been natural since August 2010. It's crazy. It has been a long journey, and I'm 28 years old today. I was 18, right? And I've gone through my first years of adulthood really in this journey. So not only was I learning about my hair, I was learning a lot about myself, and I continue to learn a lot about myself. So before I get into what I learned, I want to give you a really brief explanation of why I stopped relaxing. So I got my first relaxer, I believe when I was 10, about to turn 11. I want to say it was in August of like 2002. And I loved it. I had been a swimmer previously, so I wasn't able to get a relaxer. And so I was continuing to dance, and I'm a dancer still today. And I could have a relaxer and still dance. So I got my first relaxer. I did not care for my hair at all. Middle school was rough anyways. And then high school, I started to kind of learn about myself, but it was a learning process, definitely. But I just hated the idea of getting a relaxer. I hated the way it felt. I didn't really have an issue with straight hair in the beginning. I wanted straight hair. And that was really all I ever saw Black people with, except for little kids. And so it was like a coming into my womanhood to get a relaxer. And so I continued to do that until later on in my high school career, like my senior year of high school, I started to want curls. And so I would try to scrunch my hair, but my hair was completely straight, so I looked crazy. If I can find a picture, I will definitely add that in. I did that in my freshman year of college, and my roommate had natural hair. Alexia, my roommate, her hair is gorgeous, totally different than mine, but she inspired me. And I love that the versatility of her natural hair, that she could straighten it and she could leave it curly, and whatever else in between. I was inspired by one of my friends, Camille, shout out to you, who did the first big chop I'd ever seen. So like I said, we're talking 2010. The natural movement was around, but it was not really around me. So when Camille chopped her hair off, I was like, oh my gosh, just shocked. Because she had a really short cut, and I had never really seen that on a younger person. I had never thought about not getting a relaxer anymore, and she inspired me. So that was in January, I believe, that she chopped her hair off. And then I said, you know what? I want to know about myself. I don't even know what my hair's like, because when I was in elementary school, my mother would do my hair. So I didn't know how to care for my hair. I didn't know what my curl pattern looked like. I knew nothing about myself in that regard. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And if it doesn't work out, I'll get a relaxer again. And it worked out. So 10 years later, here I am. There are 4 big things that I've learned throughout this journey. So, number 1, I learned to accept myself, and I learned to love myself. Now, like I said, I didn't know my curl pattern. So I was learning as it started growing in. I was trying to figure out what's going on. How do I care for this? But I had no idea what it was going to look like. So as it continued to grow and grow and grow, I had made some ideas in my mind about what my hair was going to be like. And it was not what I thought it was going to be like. My curls were completely different. They were tighter than I imagined. They were frizzier than I imagined. And I was like, what did I sign up for? At first, just being totally honest. I was not into my hair. I had to stop. I had to take a step back and say to myself, why do I feel this way? What is making me think this is because I have been told that curly hair versus coily hair is beautiful. And my coily curly hair, because I have a lot of different textures going on in my head, was not enough for me. And I had to say, you know what? This is what I've got. All I can do is embrace it. And day by day, I started playing in it, and I was figuring things out. And on top of that, I was getting a lot of negative feedback from people, my hair being a Brillo pad, people in my family not understanding what I was trying to do. I did not big chop, I transitioned. And so I had the straight texture and then my hair texture going on, and it was all over the place. And there were plenty of times, y'all, that I looked crazy. And you know what? Those moments were learning lessons. Those moments were so important. And I didn't have the tool of YouTube. I mean, I did actually. The YouTube is how I learned everything. That's why I tried so much. But YouTube in 2010 to YouTube in 2020, when it comes to natural hair, is a whole new world. I loved Chima Edwards. She was really the one who put me on. I love Natural 83, I want to say. If it's wrong, I'm so sorry, Whitney. But I loved her. I saw her, I actually ran into her at the airport going to Essence 2 years ago. And I was inside, I was like, oh my gosh, there's Whitney. But I'm not gonna fangirl. Like, I can't show that. But I did say hi to her. They gave me a lot of information, but I was learning a lot on my own. This is also when Miss Jessie's was the big thing. Oh, time has changed so much. I didn't have natural hair around me, and I especially did not have a range of 4 hair textures around me. So I was figuring it out, and I just had to say, I love myself. What this is that God's given me, I'm going to love it. I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to make the best out of it that I can. And that's when I started to let go and enjoy it, enjoy the ride. So this development of self-love and self-acceptance was years in the making. But as I continued to trim and get rid of my relaxed hair, it took me 1.5 years before I had my first cut. I embraced myself and I loved it. And then once I actually could see my hair without the relaxed ends, I was like, this is awesome. This is so cool. Like, I'm gonna try a twist. I'm gonna do a braid out. I'm gonna do a henna of this. I'm gonna do coconut oil. I did it all. And to this day, I love my hair. It's still frizzy. I have a kinky curly hair texture and I love it. It's beautiful. And I think when you accept yourself, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you. And while, your hair is an extension of you, your hair is an extension of your expression, when you have it and you're confident and you're strong in it, nobody can say anything to you. Nobody has any power over you. One of the biggest tips I have for you if you're going on this natural journey is embrace it. Embrace every single step. Embrace it. Take pictures of yourself. You do a hairstyle that you love, take a picture of it. That's a fun memory. As your hair continues to grow, or whatever it is that your goal is with your hair, try different things. When my hair was shorter up here, I could do a quick little French twist, and I would do I'd swoop it over to the side. I love this side part. This is my side part. But I'd swoop it over to the side and then do a French twist, and that was my kind of ritzy out and about. My hair is so much longer now. It's so much work to do a French twist. It's still possible, but I would have to chop my hair again to get to that place to try that. Braid outs are not for me. That's what I learned. I don't like braid outs in my hair. My hair doesn't like them. If I plait my hair up, I call it plaiting, even though it's called a braid out. If I plait my hair out, I don't like the pattern. I love a twist out. As soon as I figure that out, I still have not had a successful Bantu knot. They always fail on me. Document each step on this journey. Embrace where you are in this moment. And that's something I work on in my life, y'all. I try so hard and I continue to work on. But in this moment today, how can I grow? How can I become a better version of me? And I realized that on this journey that yes, it's hair. The things that you do, the discipline that you learn, whatever it is that you're learning can be applied to many other aspects of your life. I learned so much about the Black community when I was going natural and me being natural. I have seen so much growth in Black people in embracing our hair. And it's so beautiful. It's amazing to see the differences from when I started in 2010 to today. And because we have begun to really embrace our hair, and we have issues, okay? We have issues with texturism, if that even really is a word, where we want to accept the 3B, but we don't want to accept the 4C, you know what I mean? But we have grown tremendously, and because of that, the greater community has grown in accepting and understanding. And do we need them to accept? No, we don't. But it's fabulous to have everyone know that my skin color is like this and my hair is not going to be like someone who looks different than me. Or it could be like theirs. You never know. People are so diverse and complex, you never know. Natural hair has become so much more acceptable in the workplace. It doesn't matter if your hair is out in a fro, you have locks, you have a weave, you have Senegalese twist, extension braids, whatever you want to do, it has become so much more embraced. Solange released Don't Touch My Hair. That's a game changer. And it's real, don't touch my hair. There's no reason for you to be touching my hair. But for this big platform that she's taken to say that, and to say all the other things that she said about Black people in the Black community, people listen. But it's beautiful how much the Black community has grown, and we have these thought processes that are colonized thought processes, the colorism, the texturism, that Eurocentric ideals of beauty are it. They're the ultimate. And I think that we're really waking up that my Blackness is beautiful, and I love it. I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and I look forward to us. We're continuing, we're growing, right? I'm not saying that we're there, that we've got it all mastered, we got it figured out, because we don't. We don't. But we're learning. This shouldn't sound contradictory at all, but I'm gonna say this. Hair is not everything. It's not. Hair is an extension of you. Hair can be a part of your expression, but hair is not everything. And it's not that I ever thought like my hair is a huge part of my identity, but I definitely have held on to my hair and clinched onto it because I have these ideals of what being a woman is, what femininity is. And are you less of a woman because you have short hair? Are you more of a woman because you have long hair? No, like that's ridiculous. I have had 2 major cuts in my 10 years. In 2012, I did my first big cut. And like I said, I was transitioning out. I keep doing this because that's me chopping off that relaxed hair. But I transitioned out and I dyed my hair. I would fry my hair. I did all kinds of stuff to my hair after that. But 2.5 years ago, so January 2018, I straightened my hair, I got in the shower, and no curl came back. I completely fried my hair. So the hair that you see now, well, you can't really see it. We got twists. We're rocking some twists today. But the hair that I have now is from 2.5 years of growth. This is not from 10 years. And that's okay. When that happened, I said, you know what? I'm about to go on this healthy hair journey. I'm gonna figure out what I did wrong, how not to ever do it again, what else can help my hair. And that's when I started creating my hair oil. That's how that journey started for me. But there's lots of highs and lows in this. And for me, my personal comfort zone is wearing a bun. I'm a bun head. I love a good bun. I know I've said this before. And I don't care how small or large it is, but I'm not at the place yet where I want my hair to be shorter than that, where I can't pull it up in a bun. You know, that's something that I'm dealing with and I'm figuring out, but still, my hair doesn't define me. My hair doesn't make me any more of a woman. My hair does not make me any more Taylor. It's just a piece of me. I had to really learn that. So those are a few things that have really stood out to me on this journey. As you grow, your hair grows, you learn about yourself on the inside and out. And it's amazing how much those two correlate, that like this hair process has truly been spiritual for me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button. I'm having so much fun on this. It's been a great break for me. Dealing with everything that's going on and trying to digest everything that's going on, and it means a lot to me to connect with other people. So I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.